All right, we're back, guys. Thanks for waiting. We had an unusually long duration into time last round, so it took us a little longer than we wanted. But this round, we're going to have Frank Rodriguez and Zach McKeown. I know Zach is on Elves, and
And we got Francisco Rodriguez on Grixis Delver.
Grixis Delver, okay.
Are we mic'd up?
I believe we are mic'd up, yeah.
Perfect. Love it.
We're paranoid about the mic now. We've had too many issues with
it's
it.
true. It's true.
Okay, so we got
Let's
Zach
take a
McKeown.
look. On Legacy, let's see if there's anything fancy going on in Mr. McKeown's. He has a Jitte main board. That's
yeah,
spicy.
I don't know if I can actually commentate on this match unbiasedly, as Zach McKeown is a former roommate of mine.
Ooh.
So obviously I want him to lose.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. He was a fine roommate.
He's not joking. No. So he has a Jitte main board. Nissa Vital Force. That's the 5-drop one, right?
That is the 5-drop.
Oh wow, fancy pants. All right. 3 natural orders. Everything else looks pretty much this normal. Yeah, 2 crater hosts. Everything else is pretty much standard, but there is a Jitte and a Nissa. So we can look out for those. And then on the Grixis Delver side, yeah, everything looks pretty standard over here as well. Nothing really stands out. So who do you think is favored between Elves and Grixis Delver in the first game?
You know, I almost feel like this is one of those matchups where like either player is going to tell you, "Oh yeah, my matchup against this deck is great." Because I honestly don't know. I feel like there could be some one-sided wins for Grixis Delver in this matchup. I feel like there could be some one-sided wins for Elves. Generally, I would think Grixis Delver has the removal to sort of keep Elves down, but I mean.
See, I'm on the Elves side. I think they'll be able to remove a little bit, but I think Elves will eventually just kind of like claw its way back and beat them before they can finish them off.
Yeah.
You know, before the clock, because the clock's pretty fast, but it's not like blistering.
I don't think that there is a clear favorite.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It should be a good match regardless. I'm pretty excited. You know, there's no progens in Elves anymore. I feel like no one has progens anywhere.
Progenitors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's just like worse crater hoof, right?
I guess.
I think I've seen it like in sideboards before.
Yeah, but that's the thing. In neither of these 75s have we seen neither of the Elves 75s have we seen one. There is a Ruricar in the sideboard though.
Yeah,
that's
a spicy one. I mean, I could see it just being a contextual thing, where there being some formats where protection from everything just is irrelevant.
Yeah,
and some other formats where like, oh, I want access to this effect.
I've lost too many times. I think I'm biased because Progenesis has beaten me many times. Yeah, and now that it's not around, I'm like, okay, I can handle this.
There's not a wealth of answers Death and Taxes has to pro everything.
No. Zero, in fact.
Zero.
Actually, no, that's a lie. We do have 2 Council's Judgments on the sideboard.
Oh, right. I forgot about the old Council's Judgment.
So, but Elves is an awful matchup anyway, so it's beside the point.
Anyway. Like Franky's on a mulligan to 6.
Yeah, it does. And
he's going to keep this in
kept to 7.
Scry.
He's got a Dismember, Delver, some lands, and a Probe. It looks like a keep to me.
Okay, keeps the card on top. He's going to pay 2 life to get Taxian Probe to start out. Looks like a pretty just like ho-hum hand from Elves, huh? Like nothing too explosive.
It's good though. Again, it's resilient, right? He's got 2 Elvish Visionaries. Those are just 2-for-1s. 2 Glimpses that he's going to have to deal with, and then this little 2-2-for-1. So even though it's not fast, he's not going to lose to getting removal realistically with this hand. He's going to have to worry more about a clock, right? Like if a turn 1 Delver flips, then that's actually Zach McKeown's biggest worry right now.
So you're saying he will not be able to race with the Metal Sentinel?
No, not likely.
Hey man, that card can bring the beats. It's like, ooh, Black Border Volcanic Isle.
That's nice.
That's a lot of vanity points there.
Mm-hmm. But no play. Ooh, what a
Stifle in the fetch land. Oh, what a savage.
That's gonna hurt.
That just never feels good, right? Like, I remember the first time that ever happened to me was in Standard. We called it Type 2 back then. I just didn't even understand what was happening. I was like, what do you mean? I can't get my land now?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be able to play my land. Like, no.
Oh, this
countered that ability. Sorry, buddy.
This is Legacy, so I mean, I guess you did back then, but no one gets lands. No fun for anyone. This is the power of basic lands that we were talking about before, right?
We were talking about the power of basic lands, and now we've got 2 Delver of Secrets.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now I'm leaning toward Grixis Delver now.
Yeah,
I'm on your side.
I think Franky's doing some blatant intimidation here with all these foils and Black Border dual lands. I mean, I wouldn't be able to think clearly if I was on Zach's side of the table.
No, they're very shiny. You can really reflect it into your opponent's eyes, and it distorts. It's like a flashbang grenade on a card.
Didn't know eyesight was important
Oh yeah,
Alright.
highly.
Okay, so he's gonna get a basic force. This one he gets resolves, no stifle this time.
Man, if these Delvers blind flip, or if he has the brainstorm to set it up, this is gonna be brutal.
Yeah, it's this
Especially
game could
knowing,
get out of hand very quickly.
yeah, especially knowing that McKeown's hand isn't explosive, it's just resilient.
Nettle Sentinel from Zach.
That'll probably will resolve.
It looks like he feels like it's gonna get dazed the way he's like, no, this isn't resolving. Oh wow, he allows it. Okay.
Oh, and a blind flip. Oh my
man.
goodness, brutal.
That is rough.
This is, yeah, this is looking bad for
Attack for
McKeown.
6 on turn 3.
Yeah, after strip mining someone essentially.
Yeah, after literally one man sinkholing somebody.
All right, hit you for 6, puts him down to 12.
Zach drops to 12. Assuming he has no plummets in his hand.
That would be, well, I'd probably call it Judge. All right, we're gonna probe. Looks like he's paying the 2 life for that as well.
Let's keep picking up a Quirion Ranger.
Quirion Ranger and a glimpse. Some glimpses. So
And
Franky
that was
will,
paid with life also, so Franky's gonna drop to 15.
and he plays his land. And what are we gonna do with that? What's the plan, Franky?
I think the
You've been in
plan is to continue to be very far ahead.
Yeah, he's been in the driver's seat firmly. He does pass. Looks like, is that a bolt in his hand? It looks like a bolt.
That's not good for Zach, because if
No.
he tries to deploy any relevant elves, it's just going to immediately die.
Is that another stifle as well? Oh wow. Like, if he doesn't have fetch time, this could get really, really bad.
So Zach's not sure what one spell he wants to spend his turn on.
I mean, everything he does right now is extremely important because he just doesn't have time. He can't do something wrong on accident. It's not allowed. Trigger on the Nettle Sentinel, untaps it.
He's going to get to. Oh no, he just has another lantern. Okay.
Play the Arbor. And that is it, I believe. End of turn, it looks like Franky's gonna fetch. Get an Underground Sea. No worries about Wastelands in this matchup, so he can do whatever he wants.
Oh yeah. Just fetch whatever colors. Just have a way better mana base than you even need.
Yeah.
Just how many?
What does he have?
That is a.
Oh, just dismember. Oh, hard cast. No life paid. No need to pay your life.
Dismember for 3 mana.
It's an extremely fair Magic card in exactly this instance. That card seems very fair.
3 mana -5/-5. Is that even? I mean, this is Legacy.
Yeah, what are we doing? Why is a card this deck? All right, hits him for 6 again, putting him down to 6. And Elves doesn't have a way to deal with flyers, so.
No, not generally flush with answers to creatures is the mono green deck.
And then he bolts his Dryad Arbor land
just
creature.
Like stone rain him, keep him on low mana.
Yeah, this whole stifle.
Oh, and the Dryads.
That's
Yeah, this
it.
is just game.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
That
right.
was very quick for Franky.
Yeah, and that was a commanding hand. And I like the leading after he probed, leading with the stifle since he knew it was just the fetch, you know, instead of playing the Delver. I like that play. I was a little confused because I didn't see the stifle, I just saw the Delver, but I really like that play. It worked out.
He probed him and saw that he only had fetch lands.
Yeah, fetch and then the Dryad, but you're not gonna lead on Dryad.
Oh,
'cause you
right.
can't tap it. So, all right, let's see what we have on the sideboard. Let's look at Elves first because Elves was underdog there. So they have Nissa Vial Force again. I don't foresee that coming in. Ruric Thar, I definitely think that could come in. 4 Abrupt Decays, those seem great. Killing Delvers, slowing down the clock. 3 Cabal Therapies, 2 Thoughtseize, 1 Scavenging Goose. That doesn't seem bad. 1 Leovold, that seems fantastic. Yeah. And then 2 Surgical Extractions. So I'm expecting these Abrupt Decays, the Leovold, and then maybe the Ruric Thar come in?
Yeah, those all seem like good options. I mean, he's got, like I said, this is kind of a weird main board, so he's got some cards to cut. Like, Nissa Vital Force, probably not at its best here. Umezawa's GT, probably not at its best here.
I'm okay with the Umezawa's GT.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can kill your Delvers, you can kill the Death Rites.
Well, my thought was he's got so much removal that you're just not going to... It's the old, like, destroy the creature and you, like, negate the creature and the equipment.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
No, I can see that. I mean, I don't think you should try and equip it on turn 2, but I definitely like it on the later game, right? Especially on turn, if he has 4 mana and just play an equip when his opponent's tapped out.
So on Franky's side, or sideboard, we got one is at Staticaster, 3 Cabal Therapy, 1 Flusterstorm, 2 Pyroblast, 2 Surgical Extraction, 1 Ancient Grudge, 2 Diabolic Edict, a Pithing Needle, a Umazawa's GTA, and a Bitter Blossom. So here, I think he definitely wants the GTA.
Yep.
I think he definitely wants. Is it Staticaster?
Oh yeah, that one's brutal.
And honestly, I'm not really too sure about much else. Maybe Edict if he wants just like some more removal.
He could be in the
is worth
Pithing Needle.
bringing in.
For the Wirewood symbiote.
What's that?
He could be in the Pithing Needle for the Wirewood symbiote.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, or Quirion Ranger, correct?
Yeah, that one
okay,
too.
yeah, so probably Pithing Needle will come in too.
If he has a slot, it's like, does he have something easy he can take out? If yes, it comes in. If no, it's whatever. But yeah, I definitely agree with the other two. Is it Staticaster? If that card is in his opener, I'm pretty sure he's just keeping. Like,
yeah, that's
6 lands that. It's close. It's close.
A lot of times in Legacy, I feel like you come across cards that just your deck can't really handle. And
yeah.
That's. I feel like that comes up in sideboards because there's just a lot of decks that just can't handle it, and is it Staticaster. So.
Yeah, sideboards are more important the older the format gets.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
You go back to like Vintage, then cards and sideboards literally end games.
I remember in Modern they briefly like. A few years ago, everyone was all over Modern. Oh, Modern's so bad, Modern's so bad. And one of the proposed solutions was give you a 20 card sideboard, just for Modern. And I mean, it didn't really get off the ground because people were just like, well, you can just every sideboard will just have these dumb cards and like certain decks be pushed up. I thought that was kind of interesting that people thought that sideboards not being big enough, like, oh, you can't sideboard against everything, so you're just gonna randomly lose. But obviously they didn't do that.
Yeah,
right,
and
so
probably for the best because Modern's a great format.
Yeah, I mean, Modern ended up being pretty good after that. I think like this was before Eldrazi Winter, then Eldrazi Winter happened, and ever since then, really, I think it's been fine.
Yeah, I agree.
All
right, so it looks like we're both keeping 7,
yep.
and Zach's trying for the fetch that will end up getting a land, conveniently.
Yeah, not gonna get stifled this game.
It's exciting. No double exile, Simian Spirit Guide, Manamorpho, stifle happening here.
No.
And we're just gonna There's also Dental Sentinel past turn, and then we've got Volcanic Island done. Wow.
Yeah.
What is that Volcanic doing? What do we got? We got Lightning Bolts, Brainstorms? What's the plan here?
I'm guessing a Lightning Bolt, and he just thinks he can bolt something better than a Dental Sentinel. That'd be my guess.
Probably looking for the Heritage Druid.
Or maybe a Stifle, I mean. I guess it's less good at this point, but...
Still fine. Still fine card. Let's see what McKeown does. Cavern of Souls. That's a good one.
So are we gonna name Eldrazi?
Ooh, Glimpse.
Oh, I gotta stop screwing around because now that's real might happen. That's gonna get forced. It looks like.
Yeah, forced. And I mean, you kind of have to force that.
Yeah. Moving Tuning Nemesis. Coming in for 2. Oh yeah, and I always forget this, but Franky does lose 1 life for casting Force of Will.
True.
And as the card Force of Will points out at length, you cannot redirect or prevent that 1 damage. that is going to happen. You're gonna lose 1.
Oh man, that's very true. And I mean, you never know. There's an Edelston attacking that could come up. And then he plays the I think it's Birchland Raiders, right? It's the like tap 2 to make 1 or something. He like makes any color.
Did he get wastelanded here on that cavern there? I'm trying to make out what this land is. I think it's
that looks like a wasteland. Like it's the promo one.
It's a promo art wasteland.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, wasteland's the Cavern of Souls there. Now he's gonna cast another Glimpse.
So that one resolves. Tap
dead attack for 3. Oh.
No, he's tapping for the mana.
First Rangers. I see what's happening.
Playing her, she resolves. He untaps, and then he can. Oh man, he can tap 2 again. This Nettle Sentinel really putting in work.
Yeah, if he has a land here, I think he's like, he doesn't have a land, see, so he's just gonna be able to attack for 2, unfortunately. If he had another land there, I think he really could have done a lot more. Oh, he did have another land. Must not have the creatures.
What's his hand then?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. He's only got 2 cards left.
Alright, so Grixis is gonna play a fetch.
Looks like a bunch of cantrips in hand for Franky.
So not what you want right now. He wants to have answers, not have to look for them. Wasting his mana doing that.
I've seen a lot of these F&N Brainstorms today. This is I wasn't ready for F&N Brainstorms.
It's a nice brainstorm. It's great art.
It's a really nice brainstorm.
He has the mat to match.
Oh, yeah.
Devotion's high on this guy for the brainstorm. Appreciate that.
Not everybody is just sporting like $80 brainstorms, you know.
It's true. But, we haven't had a lot of very blinged out decks today, though. I think we've had like 4 foil decks on camera, so.
That's legacy players for you. If you're gonna dump $2,000 in a deck, what's another one, right? Like
exactly. What's 4, 5, 6 grand? I mean, that looks like a foil starting turn to me. So.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
The thing about Scalding Tarn, and I know a lot of people with foil Scalding Tarns, is you can't even tell your Scalding Tarn's foil. Like, it's just, like,
It's hard.
it's dark. You can't, there's nothing in there to be shiny.
The text box kind of.
Yeah, the text box looks lit, I guess.
Alright, so we're going to fetch up an Underground Sea.
Down
Going
to
down to 14. Making that Brainstorm perfect, getting rid of some other stuff, and then a Gitaxian Probe revealing Land Crater Behemoth. Well,
Looks like
I mean,
Gitaxian Probe from
that's an expensive card
Yeah.
in his hand, so I don't think that's going to get cast anytime super soon.
I guess that explains why he didn't cast another creature last turn.
Yep.
Who's Glimpse up? Yeah, this is not a...
Yeah.
Been a pair of sort of anemic draws for Zach.
Yeah, like... Zach McKeown really needs to find something to do with this mana.
Ponder.
Elvish Visionary would be good.
Franky.
Ways to churn.
It's like 2 Stifles and a Lightning Bolt with that Ponder.
Well, I like one of those cards.
Along with another Stifle, Lightning Bolt, Shune, Nemesis, and Brainstorm in hand for Franky. It's a pretty ferocious hand to have, honestly.
Triggers will not resolve.
One more draw on the way. Looks like he's going to shuffle. He doesn't want... That makes sense. He doesn't want 2 Stifles.
You don't want that many Stifles going on.
Of note, I think Zach should take this opportunity to crack his fetch land while there is no mana available for Stifle. Interesting to see if that comes back to hurt him.
It's not something you think of though a lot, you know? Stifle doesn't see as much play as it used to, so...
If I get my fetch land stifled, I'm certainly thinking about it for the rest of that match. Whether or not I'm going to, oh, they all have a blue mana? Now it's time to crack this,
And that draws attacks for 2. Only 2. So what is he doing here?
Those Sentinel Beats are very underrated. He just passed the turn? No, he's got a Visionary. That's got to be what he's going to cast.
Yeah, he's casting the Visionary using... is he going to crack his fetch to get the... So the fetch line also could become a 1-1, right? Because of the Dryad Arbor.
Sure.
So like increase clock. So I'm a little surprised you didn't do end of turn to get the 1-1 that ended down with Summoning Sickness. Because right now, I think that might be something he's thinking about. So he wants his 1-1, but he also wants the land so they can... he's still in attack. Okay.
Oh, okay. He's still deciding what
he's
he's going to attack with. All right. So he attacked with those 2 guys as well.
Wait, and like. Land go. Interesting. What's going on there?
I don't know why he didn't cast the Visionary there.
There's got to be...
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't want to expose it? That seems bizarre. He needs to put on pressure. I'm not sure.
Especially since he's like pretty close to winning here with just
1-1s.
beats. Yeah, I mean.
Well, Sentinel's doing work.
I would have definitely gotten the... I don't understand.
So let's see, we got another Brainstorm.
Yep.
Really liking drawing 3. Putting 2 back.
Looks like he's going to be locked here, though, because I don't see a fetch land. I mean, we say Brainstorm locked. It's like, oh no, my Brainstorm's just a cantrip. Like, it's not even like it's that bad.
He doesn't need to start doing something about these elves that are murdering him.
Yeah, like, getting beaten in the face for 4 points a turn will kill you eventually. So. Oh, okay. No,
ooh, that's a good blocker.
Yeah, we're not worried.
And stabilizer. And he did have the fetch. Okay. Perfect Brainstorm. And a Deathrite to follow up. That's really good. Now only the Nettle Sentinel can get in, and that's only if it can untap. So I'm expecting McKeown to search for double Dryad Arbor end of turn. If he doesn't, I will be very surprised.
Maybe that was the plan, but it's like you said, why didn't he just do that last turn?
Yeah. That's just the only thing I can think of. Whether he wants 2 more Dryad Arbors.
So if he does it last turn, he can attack with the extra 1, and then he can still cast the Visionary with the other 2 lands. And now the Heritage Druid is going to be bolted, and he's really going to be hard-pressed to generate much mana at all.
Well, he still has the Birchland Rangers.
That's true.
And they don't make as much, but they certainly still...
Zach's going to fetch. Down to 18. Mana. Just a Bayou, so not the Dryad Arbor we thought.
I'm very surprised by this, but I know Dryad Arbor at all yet. No, I mean, now that the Deathrite Shaman's in play, so it blocks it, so it's not as big of a deal, but I still get it in.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Zach's long-term plan is here with this line of play.
Let's see.
Looks like he's got 2 Crater Hoofs in hand. I think that's what I saw.
That's not what you want. Maybe it's not an Elvish Visionary. Maybe we're just not seeing the card right. Looks like he's looking at his sideboard. Looking at the graveyard as well on both on his.
Oh, that's his graveyard. Side.
Yeah. That's not his hand.
I was like, how did
this game would be very over.
How did this happen? Franky
Right,
has
so
a hand of Stifle, Force of Will, True Name. So that's, I mean, that's a hand to stabilize with if you're gonna have one.
yeah, and okay, it was a visionary. Ah, man, very interesting.
Yeah, I don't really understand what happened last turn.
But here it is. It does resolve.
Yep,
Draws a card. And it
I
drew.
think
Oh, I can't quite tell.
Gaia's Cradle might have been the
Ooh,
draw.
nah, that's a good one.
That would be a good
It'd
one.
be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's one off. But if he could find one more land on the next turn, he would have lethal with that.
Okay, here comes Old Faithful. Comes across for 2.
It looks like it was just actually a basic forest, not a guy's cradle. Much less
Oh yeah.
powerful. We have never seen a guy's cradle from either of our elf players.
No. They should probably include that card.
Yeah,
It seems like a natural inclusion into the whole.
maybe they're running the 3-mana enchantment, the new one that flips into a guy's
yeah,
cradle.
yeah, that could be. Maybe they're trying out that new card. Of course, I'm not trying that either. So.
I was wondering when that card got printed if Elves would play it. So far I haven't seen it, but I was thinking when it got printed, I was like, maybe Elves wants 2 guys cradles.
Maybe Elves in Modern, but
Not in Legacy, not good enough.
I just think it's too slow for Legacy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like many things.
But it binds a creature. I don't know. I like it.
Although, as we discovered earlier, Tireless Tracker not too slow for Legacy.
True. Synth Prodders today earlier too.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so we're seeing a stifle on what? The untap? Was that a stifle on the?
I believe it was
Oh,
a Stifle
wow.
on the untap. Or on the card? No, because he drew a card.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it must have literally been on the Nettle Sentinel untap.
That's interesting.
Interesting, yeah. I mean, maybe he's just really worried about how low his life total is.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's big game.
that's a lot of mana.
But still not enough for these giant crater behemoths. And you can see it. He just like lifts his hand up. It's Force of Will.
Yep.
But the Nettle Sentinel still does untap, and he loses a life for that. This is.
He's at 4. I mean, this is.
Yeah, but the Deathrite can just gain 2, right? There's a bunch of creatures in the grave. Right now, the Nettle Sentinel is being washed out by the Deathrite Shaman. Actually, wait, he doesn't have green mana. He doesn't have green mana. This Deathrite Shaman is gaining nothing.
Oh, true. Yeah, no green mana.
So his attacks right now.
He's just Grixis Delver, so
Yeah.
he probably
Has nothing for that.
he probably has like another Deathrite to generate green, and that's it.
So right now, if he attacks with everything, what happens?
He will. Most likely, I think he would block.
A 1/1 and go to
Ursula
1.
Rangers. And
This
go to
is so
1.
surprising. He doesn't even attack with the Nettle Sentinel.
Oh wow! Natural Order and Creator Hoof are the 2 cards in hand.
So it looks like he's just trying to get this natural order cleared so he can do it.
It does look like that. I agree. See what he does here.
Right, Franky is
Cabal Therapy, probably needing Natural Order.
Yep, that seems very powerful.
we heard Zach exclaiming from over here. Okay.
Attack for 2.
Attack for 2, and it's gonna. Oh no!
Eat a land and dismember again.
Dismember. We're losing 2 life.
Losing 2 life, going to 2.
Going to 2.
Plays another Nettle
Another
Sentinel.
Nettle Sentinel.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what a game! This is why I play Legacy, right? To see 2/2s and 1/1s duke it out in combat with 1/2s.
Hey, it's a 1-mana 2/2. That's a great rate.
A 2/2 for 1 is indeed a great rate.
There's no wild Mikado though.
I was recently playing the Pauper format, and in that format, Nettle Sentinel is just every bit of a 2/2 for 1. We just bring the beats. Put Rancor on that baby.
There's only there's like Gurmag Anglers as big creatures otherwise, and other than that, it's all just 1/1s, isn't it? I don't really play Pauper, so I'm not.
What do you mean?
Like
I'm just talking about like a green deck, green
yeah,
deck with Nettle Sentinel.
I was just saying the biggest creature otherwise is a Gurmag Angler. Other than that, it's all just 1/1s in the whole format. So Nettle Sentinel is going to beat everything.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. Oh no, Gurmag Angler is legal. But like lots of weird cards are banned. It looks like the Crater have finally got this game for Zach. So
yeah, top deck a Natural Order, and that'll finish that up real quick. So it's 1/1. Going into game 3, it will put Grixis Delver on the play again, which is exactly where Grixis Delver wants to be, especially in matchups like this. Plays Delver and then start disrupting his opponent after a clock's already on the battlefield. So yeah, I mean, I'm in favor of I think Grixis Delver has the upper hand, but only because it's on the play right now.
Yeah.
On this game 3. but we'll see. It looks like they are re-sideboarding. We'll be switching things around a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that we have any sideboard different. I mean, they are sideboarding something differently, but in terms of what we know with their deck list, I don't think that there's any. You know, if they're changing something in their sideboard, it's just because they realize, oh, this card should be in. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any player draw dependent sideboarding going on here.
I don't see anything on the Elves side that would be player draw dependent. Maybe the Rurkthar. Maybe he's on the play, doesn't care about it because he just wants to kill him. But he's on the draw, so.
And I'm thinking maybe Franky likes his Jit better on the play. That could be. Maybe on the draw, it's just not what you want to be doing.
That's possible.
Right.
But we will find out.
We will find
once
out.
they cast or don't cast these cards. You know, we haven't seen this. Is it Staticaster?
We have not seen Internet Staticaster on the board yet.
It could be a big game.
It has not come in to kill all the things.
Except for Nettle Sentinels.
It's a ferocious 0-3.
It is. I just recently started running in Modern, and I have been very impressed. Card is a house.
Just block sometimes. Just like flash it in block, and they're just like, oh my god. Just got, like, you know, my guy pacified.
It's really good with first strike damage too. You can finish things off before normal damage happens. Some real fancy things you can do with that. So players shuffling up.
Franky is going to be on the play in game 3 here.
Yep. And let's see if they're both keeping 7. Always hope that happens.
Yeah.
Makes for much more interesting games.
I like some cripple fights sometimes. You know, a little mulligan down to...
Alright, let's see what we got. Looks like there's a lot of glare from
I see your buddy. I see that Staticaster.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I see it
I just saw this number in a land.
See it hanging out.
Well, I feel like that's a snap keep then. If there's a land in that
yeah,
hand,
he's got at least 2 lands,
okay.
along with a Dismember and Cabal Therapy, and Zach's mulliganing. So.
Which is not good in the face of a Staticaster.
No, not generally.
But you know, if he just has 4 Nettle Sentinels and 2 Forests, we're good to go, right? Just hit him for 2.
Just don't. He needs 2 because one can get blocked, right? Yeah, okay.
That's true.
I guess that's one plan we could be on here for Zach.
I would be excited if that happened. I would be ecstatic, actually. That's how this game went down. But we just really need to hope he keeps us 6 here so we can have some semblance of a game.
So I know what Franky's mad is, obviously. This is Brainstorm from Arcadian Mass. What is Zach's mad of?
Oh, that is the sort of Feast and Famine.
From like Eternal Masters?
The Invention one.
Oh, it's the Masterpiece one.
Yeah, the Masterpiece, sorry. That's the one. Yeah, it's my favorite sword art, actually, from the Invention, or the Masterpieces.
I don't like a lot of those arts. I like the Sword and Fire and Ice one, okay.
I stuck with my original Sword of Fire and Ice, but I definitely see the argument for that one. Alright, so it looks like he's going to keep, and Scry, it's going to stay on top.
How lucky. It's like he didn't even mulligan.
And we're going to see a Death Bite to start it off. So it looks like the Elves player, or the non-Elves player, is in fact actually also playing Elves.
Yeah, casting a powerful Elf of his own. And then we got a Cavern of Souls naming Elves, I assume.
Yes.
And,
could be naming Druid.
And Heritage Druid. Could be naming Druid, that's true. Yeah, there would be nothing illegal about this board state if he had named Druid. You are not wrong about that.
And then we'll play Heritage Druid, obviously a very powerful card, especially if he has 2 more 1-drop Elves in his hand, but it has to stay alive, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I saw a Dismember, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another removal spell, so I guess he wants to spend his turn Dismembering. Maybe that is what he wants to do.
He can wait. He can just leave up a mana and
sure, until the second elf comes down, or the third elf comes down.
So he'll just pass it back. Oh, he has a Staticaster.
Oh yeah.
And he's on 3 mana. Oh, that's not good.
Oh yeah, he does have 3 mana right now.
Oh, I think he has a Stifle in hand. He's debating if he wants to stifle this or just let it happen, because he wants the Staticaster so bad.
Yeah.
So he lets the first elf resolve, right, to make him think he's still safe, and then when the second one's on the stack, we kill the Heritage Druid, and then we've already baited out the other one elf to kill on our own turn.
Yeah, no matter the situation, you definitely do that, because if you just kill it, maybe he just plays like Elvish Visionary this turn, right? You want him to like play out the 2/1/1s and then have that not
really
be
mow him down.
good. Like,
and just think if they're the same card, right? If he plays another Heritage Druid here,
that's just gross if that happens.
I kind of want to see it.
What is that?
Oh, that's Wildwood Symbiote.
Okay.
That's the new one. So he has to respond to this, otherwise he can bounce it. But that's fine, because then he'll kill the wire with the next on his own turn.
Right. Because
So,
Wirewood cannot bounce itself.
yeah.
It is an insect in this elf deck.
The only
Graydon is battling the headset again. Okay, there he goes. Sounds like
my
he's
headset
back.
doesn't like staying on for more than about 45 minutes at a time, so if I ever cut out, just turning it back on. No worries.
Okay, looks
Okay.
like here is that Staticaster.
Yep, Stackcaster responds, kills her. Sentinel
And
resolves,
that's
and
a heck of a foil, I gotta say.
oh, it's beautiful. Izzet foils almost always look gorgeous,
Yeah,
though.
I
They
guess
have just
that's
the right
true.
color combination for it, and I believe Zach's gonna have to pass turn after this. He can't really play anything else into this at his Stackcaster.
Yeah, except for like a Deathrite Shaman is the only thing that is safe
Yeah.
on this board, and I assume he doesn't have one.
So let's hope he brought in those Repticays, because if he did not bring in those Repticays, he can't beat this
I assume
card.
he did.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to do so, but he needs to have one. Stat. Alright, so he's going to pass. Franky draws. And he has a lot of options this turn. He's going to go ahead and Staticaster down the Wild Symbiote.
Tap my guy,
Kill your
plus
guy.
a card.
It's like Flame Tongue Kavu, but repeating. Ugh. Goblin Sharpshooter with Flash.
Yeah, it's quite a card that can block.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to see Delver pass. And let's see if he has that Replicate, because without it, I think this game is over.
I believe Franky still has a Force of Will plus blue card in hand. Oh no,
Oof.
just does not have a blue card. Has 3 black cards and a Force of Will.
Well, it can't stop the Replicate anyway. Being
Oh
uncounterable.
yeah, I was thinking more about like a natural will.
Oh, like
Or
a
not
regular
natural
spell.
order
Oh,
as
sure,
being
sure,
one
sure.
of the ways Zach could get out of this. Just play
Fair.
like Deathrite, then a natural order. I guess actually, even if it's a 1/1 that works, right? Because it resolves and they don't have a window until you cast natural order again.
We've got
A
a morph
morph.
over here. That's a 2/2.
We got a morph.
You can't kill a 2/2 with 1 damage.
That is a Birdsword Rangers, everybody.
Well, hey, we don't know that.
It's true. It could be anything.
anything.
That is true. Could be literally anything.
Well, it's gonna get December.
It's
Oh,
Birdsword
yeah, it
Rangers.
was. Oh man. Alright. So that was at the end of McKeown's turn. Franky draws.
Yeah, I think I think he took 2 life here from
I believe
a
you're correct.
dismember as
I
well.
believe he also did take that too.
Update that life total.
Alright. And Delver doesn't flip. I think that's why McKeown said yes just a moment ago.
Yeah, clearly Franky has misplayed if his Delver did not flip.
True.
Without
He might have
knowing
an
the top
all-foil
card.
deck, but it's not. Oh, and he calls the natural order and snipes it out of his hand.
Oh.
And there's the last cards are just a card that dies as a Stagcaster and a Deathrite.
This is just like kind of disheartening.
Yeah, this is heartbreaking. Another Delver. Doesn't even need the blue card for the force. He doesn't care.
This is what happens with Elves though. Like sometimes you just win some embarrassingly one-sided games where you do some broken thing and just like crush them, and other times you're just like, I have these 1/1s.
That all died here as a Stagcaster.
And I'm gonna attack you for 1 maybe.
Yeah, because even if he top decks another natural order, the best thing he's getting is a Crater Hoof Behemoth, and currently Franky will beat a 5/5. I mean, realistically, he'll beat a 5/5. Delvers are coming in. Oh, because he can't block on the Is a Staticaster
Yeah.
kills it. That's
Because it'll
brutal.
get shot down. That's too funny.
Alright. Well, that's what we're doing with our turn here. So he has a Force, and what else is in Franky's
A
hand?
number of black cards. A Gurmag Angler, and I believe another copy of Cabal Therapy, perhaps?
Okay.
Look, Deathrite Shaman. Another Deathrite Shaman. Actually.
He's just gonna pass.
After attacking.
Interesting.
Oh, he attacked him for 2 down to 18.
And
We
he's
got an
gonna,
Elvish Visionary from Zach.
I mean, one of the better cards you can draw right now. At least cycles itself.
Yeah, at least it draws a card before getting shot down. There's a Winsett Heath.
And it's passing of the turn.
Pass the turn.
She'll die. Is it Staticaster? Deathrite will go ahead and deal 2 to McKeown. His Deathrite will actually eat it in response and deal 2 to Franky, it looks like. Or no. He's gonna eat something else. So both players will take 2 from Death Red activations. And it looks like those Delvers finally flipped to a Brainstorm, and that is going to quicken this clock quite substantially.
Yeah, that might be the beginning of the end
Yeah.
for Zach.
Takes 6.
Takes
Going
6 down to 10. And now we're just Death Red activation, attack for 6, Death Red activation.
Yep. Are there enough instances and sorceries actually?
It doesn't look like there are actually.
I see one natural order, and I can't see, but he has a Brainstorm in hand that he can fire off anytime he wants.
Yeah, I believe it's the 2 lands, but he's going to be able to put the instants he needs without any
Grixis
problem.
Delver has spells. So. Yeah, this is Grixis Delver. I mean, the game's not over, but Grixis Delver really has been just commanding these games. Controlling the board, having a nice clock.
Well, except for the game that he couldn't kill a Nettle Sentinel.
Took
like 12 points of damage from Nettle Sentinel.
Look, I'm trying to think of the ups and not the downs for this Grixis Delver deck. As a Death and Taxes player, I want to talk up the Delver so more people play it and make Elves seem bad, right? So just for me.
And it looks like Zach got attacked down to 4 here? Is that what that must have happened? I believe he was attacked for 6 there. Now we've got a Pitting Needle. Is it gonna name Death Ray? Because that's gonna get all the Death Rays. I guess it doesn't matter because the insectile aberrations are gonna be lethal anyways.
Yeah, he just wants to stop him from gaining life, I'm assuming, which is why he's doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why. And he's got it anyways, like he doesn't need. Zach seems amused by whatever he's drawn. Okay. I'm trying to see what the draw was for Zach. Apparently it's something of consequence because he seems to be thinking quite a bit here.
Is it a natural order? That's the only thing I can think of, but that's not gonna. But actually, if he has the Rocknar still in the deck, the Rocknar does have reach.
I mean, but he's at 3.
But he's at 3. That's unfortunate.
That's not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm not really sure because the Crater Hoof's not gonna do anything here. Maybe that's what he's trying to think about. He's like, okay, I drew the one card I wanted. Is it even good enough? Like that might be what he's thinking through here. The old cards face downstairs at the table. He's clearly in the tank.
Yeah. Just when it looks cool, calm, and collected. I would also feel that way in this situation. And it looks like he passed his turn because Franky's untapping. What did he draw? And we're going to see the attack from everything. No surprise there. Block, and then Abrupt Decay. See, I think actually McKeown might be at 9. I think we might have assumed an attack that didn't actually occur.
Alright, so then now he's going to go to 5 life then.
Yep.
Okay, so Zach will fall.
Now, fun fact, I believe this is a Telecaster cannot shoot the Death Right because it shoots all the Death Rights, which kill also his own Death Right that took damage on the bounce. I believe this Telecaster's wording is all creatures.
Yes, correct. He cannot shoot. If he shoots, it's just going to trade 1 for 1, right?
Yeah, both Death Rights will just die.
Which he might be in the market to do.
Yeah, it stops natural orders from happening, right? Which could matter, and it looks like that's going to happen.
Yeah, Zach's, that one's dead
clearly points out that his also dies. In case he was curious. And then it looks like passing the turn. So, 5 life, there's 4 points of damage on the table.
Alright, Zach scoops him up.
Feels legit, yeah. Drop Decay.
Yep, just a little too late. Couldn't get enough going there, and Franky's draw was good. He had the Staticaster obviously, but 2 Delvers, 2 Death Rights.
Yep.
That's
strong draws, good sequencing, and a clean win.
Yeah, and that's gonna put
Grixis Delver player, which puts him in top 8.
That puts him in top 8. That's what I was gonna say.
Love it.
And it's fine. It's a little bit of a justice too, because Zach had a draw, so he was playing up and sort of like if he won, we're pretty sure he was in, but he was like on the bubble for 8th. Oh yeah, I wanted him to win so bad, I filled it out wrong.
You just put it in the other way. I'm not sure if we have a backup match. I'll go check. I'll be right back.
Okay.